Key Video Productions.
There's something cooking in the neighborhood. From where I stand, it's looking mighty good. You're gonna love it. Come dine with me. Come dine with me. Come dine with me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. Sponsored by the Vinyl Outlet, Buffalo Hotel Supply, and Russell's Steaks, Chops, and more. I'm Russ Salvatore, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Jan Farrington.
Oh, glad to be here, Russ, and I'm so glad all of you could join us, too, because on today's program, we've got a new chef in the house. He's a 13-year veteran of the Buffalo Bills and a key player helped leading the Buffalo Bills to 4 consecutive AFC championship games from 1991, 92, 93, 94, and I'll give you one more hint, Russ. Special teams.
Specialties, you got me stuck.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, and I was hot in those days with the Buffalo Bills, too. Who's that, Jan?
When I tell you, you're going to know. Steve Tasker.
Oh my gosh almighty.
Yeah, he's going to be in the kitchen with us today.
God's almighty. He's trying to get as much television time as we're doing, you know.
Oh, he's great. Yeah, he's just before us. But, you know, he was just as great on the field as I think he's going to be in the kitchen.
No, I think so, too. I tell you, he played good football, so he's got to be a good cook.
We have Chef Michael DePaula with us today, and he's going to be cooking with Steve. They're going to make seafood canzano over pasta. And I know I love seafood, I love pasta, and I think that canzano is really going to bring it together. It's going to be on our Sizzlin' on the Gridiron segment. That's coming up a bit later in the program. But what's coming up right now? Our celebrity chefs. You know them. We have Chef Art, Chef Krista, and Chef Marco with us. And are you guys ready to go?
We are ready, Jan. In today's Kitchen Invasion, we'll meet a very special group of women who understand what it means to be a true friend during the best of times and the worst of times. We're serving up catfish, polenta, roasted beet tops, and a whole lot of reason to live in Buffalo, New York.
Are you looking for that gourmet appetizer for your next catered event? It's easy to do, and we're going to show you how coming up.
Buffalo's best, crab stuffed mushrooms topped with mozzarella cheese.
Everybody does hot dogs and hamburgers at their tailgate party. Why not kick it up a few notches with our tequila spiked chicken? This will feed all of your tailgate friends and a few more, right, ladies?
And if you just happen to be tailgating right now at the Ralph,
Or you're having friends over to watch the Bills beat the Titans, that's tequila spiked chicken. Just might be a winner.
It's football season, and nothing says fun better than having awesome food and 2 beautiful ladies to help me prepare it. I'm here with my daughter Gina and our best friend Courtney. Today, what are we going to do?
Tequila spiked chicken.
This is a great dish to prepare because you can do it the day before, the morning of. You can transport it easily, and it's real quick to do as we're going to show you how to make this, okay? What do you say we get started? All right, we're going to take some foil, double layer of extra heavy-duty foil, and all we're going to do is we're going to crimp the ends just like this. We're going to make like our own little tray. All right, so now what we're going to do is, why don't we take some little Sicilian olive oil? I got to have some Sicilian oil for my roots, you know? A little oil on the bottom. We'll put a little bit of these red onions on here. Huh? Look at that. Just like this here. We're going to take some very, very finely chopped jalapenos. And this is going to add some really nice heat. You're going to like this.
Smells good.
Let's do some roasted red peppers. What do you think? Put some of those on here. Isn't this cool? Okay. We can take a little bit of pepper, a little bit of sea salt. We're going to take some chopped garlic. Look at that. Just put it on there like this. We're going to add a little cilantro. Cilantro is a really, really cool spice. It's going to really pick that up a little bit. Now we're going to add our pulled chicken. Now what I did was I roasted off a chicken, or if you want to take it a little easier on yourself, you can go buy one already done at one of the local stores. We're going to pull the white and dark meat off. We're going to lay this on top of our concoction here. You see that? What do you think, Courtney?
How much chicken is that?
This is about it's about 1.5 pounds maybe when it's all said and done.
So how many people would that feed at a tailgate?
This will probably feed about 6 people maybe. Now we're going to take some cream cheese. We're just going to dab this just like this. I just took a 4-ounce container of it and I just cut it in little cubes. We're going to take some shredded mozzarella. We're going to lay it over the top, just like that. That's going to melt it and blend it all in perfectly. We're going to add the juice of about 3 or 4 fresh squeezed limes right over the top. This is going to just make it really happy with our cilantro. And we're missing one key ingredient. What might that be?
Can't forget about the most important ingredient.
Ah, why don't you put a little bit on there? Maybe about 3 ounces. My 3 ounces, okay?
Your 3 ounces.
Yeah. Or if you're her, a half a cup, whatever you prefer. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our other part, lay it over the top. We're going to crimp the ends up, make like a little boat. Just like that. We'll do the front. Now, when you're done with this, you throw it in the refrigerator. When you're ready to load the car to go to the big game, you put it in your car, you go there, you can lay it right on the grill. You want to cook it for about 15 or 20 minutes. If you're doing it at home, you can do it right in a regular conventional oven, about 325 degrees for another 10 or 15 minutes. We're going to take it out. We're going to add some little Parmesan cheese and some fresh tomatoes. We're going to put it on some fresh baked rolls, and that's going to finish the dish. Be perfect. It's delicious. A little messy, so make sure you bring extra napkins at your next tailgate event. Oh yeah, come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Buffalo Hotel Supply. Design, deliver, and install. We can do it all. And by Key Video Productions. Television, video, DVD.
Coming up, check out what's sizzling on the gridiron. You're watching Come Dine With Me, Western New York.
Hello, I'm Russ Salvatore. My staff and I are in the kitchen inspecting the meat that has just arrived for this week's business. All our steaks have to be 2.5 inches thick. This is the marbling that I expect. We have the bone-in ribeye, I have a porterhouse, I have a filet, we have a pork chop, and a beautiful strip steak. Everything has to be to the quality that Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More serves. Be my guest. Let us do the rest.
We had a wooden deck, and we thought, instead of pulling splinters out of our feet, we'll switch it and see what we could get. And so 6 years ago, we put the composite in. It was splitting on the corners, it's got mold all over it, it's bending and wavy, and it just didn't hold up like we thought it was going to. We thought we need to find something that's truly going to last a lifetime. We talked to the people down at the Vinyl Outlet, and they showed us some of the new materials that they have. If you're looking for premium vinyl decking that makes a lasting impression, the choice is easy. Call my friends at the Vinyl Outlet.
Everybody's talking about the grapevine, from tender steaks and mouth-watering sandwiches to classic pasta dishes and colossal burgers. If you're hungry for something different than the usual chain restaurant, then get to the grapevine and spread the word.
Here we are back at Sizzling on the Gridiron. I'm here with Pro Bowler Steve Tasker, number 89, Buffalo Bills. Welcome. It's going to be a pleasure cooking with you today.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, today we're going to be making a nice little seafood chinzano. So, an Italian dish. Chinzano, yeah, so.
Okay.
Let's get started because we got to get our pasta rolling.
Good stuff.
Okay, we're going to use a little farfalle pasta today.
Was that bow tie pasta for people who aren't Italian?
Yeah. All right, we're going to get started here. Using a little olive oil.
Looks like you got 10 or 12 ingredients there.
A lot of ingredients in this dish, but it goes very, very quickly today. Just time to cook the scallops and the shrimp, and we'll be ready. Nice fresh garlic. You like garlic?
I do like garlic.
Okay,
yeah.
Since you're going to be tasting this later, let's put a little bit more in.
There you go.
All right,
perfect.
Great. Okay. We'll throw in a little bit of red onion.
All right.
Now look at these. Look at the size of those scallops, huh?
Wow, that's
nice big scallops there. Put those in. Some nice shrimp. I hope you're hungry.
There we go. Yeah, this is looking better and better now.
So, you know, Steve, I got to tell you, it seemed like most of your career you were always considered like a small football player. But you have a big family.
Well, I showed up in Buffalo. I mean, it was just my wife and I. We were newlyweds and we got picked up off waivers. Actually, Marv Levy's first game as head coach turned out to be my first game as a player. So it was my career mirrored Marv's. When I first got here, I was the first player Marv signed after he got the head coaching job. And then when I retired, 2 or 3 months later, Marv retired. And I tease him now that he couldn't go on without me. So, you know, there's 11 and a half years. It was a blast.
Wow.
It couldn't have been better. But yeah, my wife and I came here.
As a fan and spectator, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and I still enjoy it. So.
Well, my wife and I showed up here as newlyweds, and now, you know, during the time I played, we ended, when I retired, we had 4 children and we're pregnant with our 5th. So Buffalo's been really good to us. Yeah. And it's become home now.
Yeah.
My kids, it's home for my kids. They're all Buffalonians and Western New Yorkers. So. We're lifers.
All right, we're going to finish this off here a little bit. All right, we're going to add some fresh diced Roma tomatoes.
Okay.
Fresh sliced black olives.
It really looks beautiful when you start putting all the red onions and the tomatoes.
I was just going to say, you know, I try to keep things colorful and same thing, keeping in mind the flavor profile.
Yeah,
so.
That's great.
Okay. And we're going to do just a little bit of chicken stock. Next, we're going to finish off with the little scallions.
All right.
We're going to finish it off with a little Romano cheese and then our pasta. Well, it's taste time, but before you taste, you got any prediction on today's game?
Well, for me, and I'm one of those old school guys, it's hard to bet against the Buffalo Bills at home. The stadium's too big, the crowd's too into it, it's too much like a college atmosphere, and it's hard, I think, particularly for a team like Tennessee coming up from the South to play in Buffalo at the midway point of the season. You get into October, November, it's pretty tough. So I always take the home team.
There you go. I'm with you on that one. All right. Go Bills. All right, let's see.
Oh, yeah. You can taste it all. The garlic, everything. It's awesome. That's why I love coming to the restaurant, man. This is the kind of thing I love.
It was a pleasure cooking with you, Steve.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for having me. It's been a real pleasure, and I guess I'm going to be back next week. Can't wait.
Oh, what a true gentleman, Russ.
He definitely is, Jan. A family man, lives in East Aurora with his wife and his 5 children. Dedicates his time and name to numerous charities here in Western New York. Truly one of the nicest guys I have ever met, Jan.
And you know, with 5 children and his wife, Sarah, I'll bet he's packed some lunches in his days and made a few dinners, right?
You know, he does so many commercials. How do you end up with 5 children? You know?
I'm not sure about that one, Russ. But you know what? Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to be heading to the waterfront for today's kitchen invasion. But up next, Executive Chef Roger Bell is going to be with Chef Marco, and Chef Roger Bell is with the newly opened Buffalo's Best Grill and Catering in Southwestern Boulevard in Orchard Park, and I was there the other day and I had lunch with the owner, Tony Formato. We sat out on the patio and I had a great lunch, but we also talked about the restaurant, and you know, just like the name says, Buffalo Best, he is trying to bring the best food and the best things that Buffalo has to offer to his restaurant.
You know, I'm not too familiar with the place. I'm going to have to try it. They open for lunch and dinner?
They are. I was there for lunch, but you know, the next time I'm going for dinner because every night they have a raw bar with oysters, clams, mussels, and shrimp, and I definitely want to take advantage of that. So maybe we can go together sometime.
Sounds great. Well, let's head over to Artisan Kitchens and Bats, where Chef Marco is with Chef Roger preparing seafood stuffed mushrooms.
Buffalo's Best Grill and Catering is going to show us one of their most popular appetizer items that they use for their catering events. With me today, Chef Roger is going to show us how to make a beautiful seafood stuffed mushroom. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Let's get started.
Sure. First of all, you're going to want to blanch the mushrooms off in a little Marsala wine for about 15 minutes till they're nice and tender. Then we're going to just take the insides, which were the stems, and saute them up with a little garlic and shallots, some spinach, and some crab meat, and put it in a food processor. which then will give it to this consistency.
One little tip that I had when I was showing people is when you take the stem of the mushroom, if you look at the angle of the bottom of the mushroom and point that away from you and crack it, it'll come right
pops
off.
right off.
Did you know
Sure,
that?
absolutely.
Yeah, see, so.
I never really paid attention to what angle it was, but yes, it does pop right off. And we're just going to do 3 to 4 of these for an appetizer order.
So now the stuffing mix, there's like 1,000 items in this stuffing mix. It was crab meat and shrimp and...
Yeah, and garlic and shallots, some fresh parsley, some Romano cheese, and just a little bit of breadcrumbs just to tighten it, to bind it together.
Sure, and that just holds it so it
Sure.
doesn't fall all apart on you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. And we're just going to fill up 3 or 4 of these, and we're going to throw them in the oven with a little mozzarella cheese on and toast them off.
So now when you do catering at the restaurant, how many people do you seat?
At the restaurant, we can seat up to 150.
And then you have outside facilities that you do unlimited numbers, basically.
Yes, we do. We do drop-off caterings, and we also do bridal showers.
And then you got all the TVs, too, so we don't want to miss a Bills game.
Yes. We have it's excellent sports bar. We have 5 or 6 big screen TVs and 20 beers on tap.
Wow, that's awesome. So now our next step, our mushrooms are blanched, our stuffing is made. We're going to top it with some mozzarella cheese.
Yep.
And then we bake it for how long?
Probably about 15 to 20 minutes.
Wow. I don't even know what to say.
That's what Buffalo's Best Mushrooms will do to you, Marco. Come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Diamond Cutters of Western New York. Buy direct from the Diamond Cutters. And by Artisan Kitchens and Baths. See, touch, feel, and use our products.
Let Diamond Cutters of Western New York save you money while providing the very highest quality, beautiful diamonds. From the mines to a ring, a diamond may change hands many times before it reaches your finger. Each middleman adds a little more cost to your diamond. But for the past 30 years, our gemologists have traveled the world to bring rough diamonds back to Buffalo, where we specialize in cutting and polishing on premises, so we virtually eliminate the middleman. Diamond Cutters. We cut diamonds for their beauty. We cut the middleman to save you money.
When you think Orazio's, think choices. From authentic Italian and fresh seafood to spectacular specials. When you think Orazio's, think homemade. From fresh bread and desserts to made from scratch pastas. When you think Orazio's, think tradition, with more than 20 years as a Western New York favorite. And when you think Orazio's, think tonight. Orazio's Restaurant. It's not like home, it is home.
When you think Volkswagen, think Volkswagen of Orchard Park, the only Volkswagen dealer that's all Volkswagen, all the time. Think that's cool? We put all certified pre-owned vehicles through a 112-point inspection and give them an additional 2-year, 24,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, along with 24-hour roadside assistance. Not bad, huh? Volkswagen of Orchard Park, near the corner of Mile Strip and Southwestern. Think Volkswagen of Orchard Park.
Welcome to Molinaro's. All our Italian cookies are made from family recipes passed down from generation to generation. Nobody can top our hand-tossed New York-style pizza, right, Dad?
That's right, Michael. When they want a good pizza, we got them covered.
Try our signature dishes like chicken Molinaro, or enjoy authentic Italian classics. You know what we always say? Cuando mangiate con Molinaro, mangiate con familia. When you eat at Molinaro's, you eat with family.
Closed captioning provided by STG. STG, revolutionizing point-of-sale solutions.
About 2 years ago, a lot of different things happened, but I went through a major change in my life because I went through a divorce. It was painful no matter what, because you never really enter into a relationship just counting on it not lasting. And I didn't really know whether or not I was going to be able to keep my home. That was scary.
It was like when she was going through something, I felt it, and I would just immediately start to pray for her.
She's the type of person that will come up to you and give you the best hug in the whole wide world.
When you have someone in your corner who's able to help you walk through some things and show you which emotion is the right emotion and which is not, and which is the right decision and which is not, is very important.
These people have seen me through the best of times and the worst of times, and they've been there praying for me, praying with me. We are very, very close, all of us. It was very important to have this kitchen built because it symbolized the newness of my life. It symbolized a new beginning.
It's cheery, it's bright, and just something that she can call her own.
I think I heard of Artisan from my neighbors downstairs. I went there looking for appliances and I met Julia, and she was just so sweet. She seemed to have a feel for what I was trying to do with the kitchen. It was like it was the first sign that everything's good, everything's gonna be okay.
I think she did a good job. The kitchen is beautiful, just like she is.
Welcome to my home.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
When Krista came, I was telling her I was a Southern girl and I liked Southern food, but I told her I was also open to something different.
So I was like, wow, so let's bring down south back home here and bring your friends around the table.
I'm interested in knowing what's good to cook, what tastes good.
I would like to learn a little bit more about healthy cooking.
To learn something new that I can actually take home and experiment on my family.
So I was eager to participate.
I decided to do something that she's going to be able to make. That was catfish, and it was just beautiful. Rather than the collard greens, we did the beet tops.
A lot of people don't know what to do with the top of the beets, they throw them out. What we did is we took them, added it to the pan, then we finish it with a little crisped pancetta for presentation.
I had to have some cornmeal in there.
We made polenta today. We cooked it in a pan, fried it in butter. Then we layered it with some caponatina and arugula, seasoned with olive oil and honey. It was out of this world.
We had a ball.
Martha, now we're going to make some roasted beet tops. Anytime's a good time to have a root vegetable like roasted beet tops. Most folks take the actual beet and they use it. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the actual tops, the greens, and we're going to saute that. So we're going to start with just a little bit of 100% butter here. We like to use butter. And we're just going to roll that around till it gets melted. Okay?
Okay.
Now we're going to add some fresh chopped onions.
I learned how to caramelize onions the correct way, so I will be doing that from now on with other dishes.
We added the chopped beet tops to it, let it simmer down. We added some chicken stock. We added a little fresh ground black pepper. Then we finish it with a little crisped pancetta for presentation. The second dish was fried white beans. We sauteed some fresh garlic. We added the beans to it. We got it to a nice crusty finish, added some fresh parsley on the top. Delicious.
Today I had 2 assistants to help me out with our catfish. We started out with Elfrida. She helped me out cutting out the jalapeno peppers. We took all the seeds out. That's the fire, the membrane. We oven roasted our red peppers, peeled everything away, put it in the food processor, and we had a nice roasted red pepper puree.
Ooh, those roasted peppers. I didn't know how to do roasted peppers. I'm not a pepper person. But boy, when she opened that up and it was like, it was delicious.
I learned to make the sauteed fish in a totally different way. Instead of using all the flour and all that oil, she just used some light lemon juice, cornmeal mixed with the Cajun spices. I mean, it was just so simple.
We seasoned that fish up good and sauteed that in a hot pan with just a simple canola oil, 3 minutes per side. Off it goes. Clean that pan out. I added some butter, sauteed out some shallots, added those jalapeno peppers, deglazed it with a bit of white wine, finished it with a bit of heavy cream. I reduced that sauce down, finished it with our roasted red pepper puree, a bit of lemon, salt, and pepper.
She worked that catfish. She worked the catfish. It was top notch.
Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa.
Don't sing, just cook. Let me tell you, I love Marco. I do. I love Marco, but I am so glad he's a chef and not a singer.
I really thought I had a good voice, and she told me to stick to my day job. I really like that song, too. Barb, today we're going to make polenta. Have you ever made polenta? Yeah. Polenta is cool. It's like a gelatinous cornmeal. And we're going to go over to the stove and start it.
Okay. Good.
Come on over. Join us. You bring a pot of water to a boil, 6 cups, and you add 1.5 cups of cornmeal. You actually just whisk it. Then you season it with some Romano cheese, crushed hot pepper, and some butter. Once it's thickened, pour it out on a tray and let it get firm. It takes about 20-25 minutes. Then you cut it out with a cookie cutter and pan fry it in some whole butter. We're gonna take a PVC pipe and we're gonna layer it. We put it right in the bottom. And we put about a teaspoon of caponatina, which is an eggplant and tomato spread. We layered the arugula, and the dressing was honey, olive oil, and lemon. It just takes it right over the top. It's so fresh and crisp. It's like washing your hair. Stack, rinse, repeat. And we just built it up a couple high and pulled the PVC pipe off so they kept its shape. It was really cool. So Barb, after all this hard work, what do you say? You come dine with me?
Oh, yes.
This looks great, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Delicious. Very
I love
good.
the peppery, the sweet.
Let's eat it all.
Let's do it.
How did I like the meal? It was just fantastic.
The fish wasn't heavy, it was light, it was fluffy, it was delicious.
I feel like it was an honor to be here and to be in the presence of such wonderful chefs.
They are excellent in their own right, but yet, they're still humble and it's easy to work with them.
And it was delightful to be with my friends.
It felt like home. It felt like just a warm family gathering.
It really meant a lot.
I really think it's just a symbol of the greater things that's in store for me. I think that God has given me this to let me know that this is just the beginning, girlfriend. I got some great things in store for you. This is only touching the tip of the iceberg. You just hold on to your seat and just see what I got in store for you.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
Oh, what a lovely group of women, Russ.
And another great example, Jan, of what makes Buffalo such a great place to live.
Certainly is. And we're out of time, though, for this episode. But before we go, we'd like to thank our great sponsors. They are Buffalo Hotel Supply, Diamond Cutters of Western New York, and of course, Russell's Steaks, Chops, and more. They all help make this show possible.
And Jan, as we've always preached every weekend, not only our sponsors are great, but out there, please support our local restaurants. That's what we're here for.
And just a reminder that if you'd like any of the recipes that you've seen on today's show, or you want to learn more about our program, just check us out on our new website, ComeDineWithMe, WNY.com. For everyone here at Come Dine With Me, Western New York, I'm Jan Farrington.
And I'm Russ Salvatore. Time to stick a fork in it, Jan, because we are done. Let's go, Bills. Be my guest. Let us do the rest.
Come in for a great time at Alton's. Our extensive menu will surely satisfy everyone. Start your day off with farm fresh eggs, a hearty omelet, or a delicious Belgian waffle. Our famous chicken souvlaki is made fresh to order, as well as all of our mouth-watering burgers, sandwiches, and melts. Try our tempting portobello strip steak topped with balsamic mushrooms, caramelized onions, and melted Asiago cheese, or our shrimp fettuccine with a rich lobster cream sauce. No matter what you choose, you can never go wrong. Alton's, all good.
Key Video Productions.